Terry Coslin. Weebles, Wobbles, and Wheels. Okay. Weebles, Wobbles, and Wheels. Terry Coslin.
Have any of you ever been up against a wall? A solid mass. You can't go over it, you can't go under it, you can't go around it. It is there in front of you. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, let me tell you about my first wall. It was when I was around 9 or 10, I can't quite remember. But there it was in front of me, my wall, a two-wheeled bike. But this bike was special. First, it was my brother's hand-me-down bike. And second, it was way too big for me. I was told I had to learn how to ride it because there would be no other bike. And I wanted to learn how to ride it. Have you ever been up against a wall where the only barrier is your ability? It was summer holidays and the start of another beautiful hot summer morning in the little town I lived at. It was just that bike and me. And that morning I convinced myself, I am going to learn how to ride you. Now, I never had any formal lessons on how to get on or off a bike, but I remember some of my peers in town, how they got on and off their bikes. And I remember one guy held a bike like this and sort of stabilized the seat, and he would jump on it and then he'd go and, but I fell. I remember another fellow, he had a slightly different way, so I tried his method. And I jumped on the bike and I should, but I fell again. Well, this went on and on, and I can't remember if it was 5 minutes or 5 hours. But eventually, like the Wright brothers of Kitty Hawk, I got on that bike and I soared for 5 feet. I was ecstatic. Yes, I can do it. I could learn how to ride that bike. Did I learn how to ride that bike? Well, I don't know. Skip a couple of decades to modern-day Calgary. Today, time for Terry to join the big leagues. I joined the Elbow Valley Cycle Club. I come out to their first ride from Lake Louise up the Icefields Parkway. A little bit hilly. But I bring to the table my cherry red, Canadian Tire, all steel frame mountain bike. Tires this wide. I could float on a lake on that bike. We start riding, and of course, they're all riding those super thin, light frame, narrow tire road bikes. We start riding. And you know, for the first 20, 30 minutes, they're taking it easy and warming up. But eventually, as they start speeding up and warming up, they're going faster. And 1 by 1, 2 by 2, they're passing me. And before I know it, they're all in the front, and they're fading, and they're getting smaller. And they left me behind. I says, I know what it is. It's my bike. It's too big, too heavy. Out it goes. So within the next year, I buy myself the same kind of road bike they have. I join them for another ride. Start riding with them again. Same thing. Start 20, 30 minutes. Hey, this is fun. I'm keeping up with them. But they start warming up again, and they start leaving me behind. And I can't figure this out. Wait, you're leaving me behind. But they keep going. They keep going. And away they go. And they disappear. I know those guys. They're not cyclists. They're not dedicated. Who needs them? I have to join a proper club. You know, like surround yourself with the ones you want to become, correct? Yes. I find the crank masters, yes. They cycle out of Signal Hill every Saturday morning to Bragg Creek. I join them. I start riding with them because they have the same bike, of course. And I start riding with them, and I stayed with them a little longer this time. Probably around, well, because probably there's 50 of them, you know. So, but eventually they start passing me too. They're warming up. They're going faster. Wait, they're leaving me behind. Wait, there's 2 or 3. Oh, they're from another club. They're gone. Wait, I know what it is. They've got cycling clothes. Colorful spandex. I need cycling clothes. So I go to Sporting Goods shop the next year and I say, young man, outfit me with the finest of cycling spandex. I love to wear that stuff. It is great. Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, do away with that stuff. You can put this stuff on, eat like a horse, you still feel like you weigh 20 pounds less. I came to one of their other rides. Of course, now every morning I get to put on this spandex every morning before my cycling. And I'm loving every minute of it. Fantastic. I join him to ride, and I'm there, I'm looking so sharp. Matt, oh yeah, right, I still got to ride. I almost forgot. We start riding, and I'm going, and I'm going. And eventually, I keep looking down because Do I have flat tires? They're passing me. 2 by 2, they're passing me and further away. Wait, they're disappearing on the horizon. I couldn't believe it. They left me alone. I finished the ride myself. Well, a couple of weeks later, I started doing a ride, a solo ride. You know, riding by myself, because that's what a solo ride is, right? And I started thinking, what went wrong? I had a nice bike, had a good club, 2 clubs, and some nice clothing. What went wrong? What did I miss? Well, what's common to all those 3 things? And I thought, me. Then I thought, gee, you know, could it be my head, my heart, my legs, my head? Was I thinking positive? Can I do it? My heart, do I have a passion to be a good cyclist? Do I have the strength in my legs? I started thinking, probably in delirium after cycling for 4 hours in the heat, almost bonking, epiphany hits, and you think, yeah, it's something inside me. It's something inside of me. How many times have any of you come across your wall and you blamed everything outside of you? Did you blame your boss? Did you blame your coworkers? Did you blame the weather? The kids, the roads, the traffic, the politicians. Not enough money in the budget. Schedule's too tight. I don't know what to do. The spouse, of course. The media, the politicians, the brokers, the bankers, Wall Street. We blame everything outside of us. But I realize with me, it's something inside of me. With your wall, could it be your head? You gotta think positive. You gotta think like a winner. You gotta be wired to win. In your heart, you have to feel like you have a passion to succeed, and your strength. Do you have the strength to persevere? Do you have the strength to keep going, to try things new, to not give up? Toastmasters, I found out with my wall, the barrier was within me. Perhaps with your wall, the barrier is within you. Perhaps within you.